Hi, friends, and welcome to another weekly live session with me, Jen, the certified life coach and creator of this group. For all of our new members, welcome, welcome, welcome. Super happy to have you. Today, we're going to be finishing out our series called Living Life on Purpose. I started this series earlier this month and I walked you through the goals method. Now, the goals method is a 5-step process that I help all my clients who are making a career change, right? And we started this on August 11th. And I broke down each of the steps of this process. Hi, friends. Shoot me an emoji. Let me know you're here. And I'm super excited to be closing it out. So if you have not been tuning in all month, don't worry. I will do a quick recap. And we're going to get into the last 2 steps in the goals method, which is going to help you start living life on purpose. Okay, let's dive in. So when we talk about the goals method, it's really about identifying your bigger mission and then helping you make the transition to work that aligns with it. So of course, the first step in the process is G, your greater mission. You gotta know what it is you are meant to be doing. And it feels so very heavy, but I broke it down and made it super easy for you to ask these key questions and gave you a framework to use when you are crafting your greater mission. So if you have not watched that, go back and watch August 11th video. I have, hey friends, I have this very cute little pink v-neck top and my little side bun. So you can find it if you just go to the video section, you'll see it right away. So when you're talking about your greater mission, it's what you were meant to do to serve other people, right? Your passion is for you, your purpose is for others. And when you're thinking about that, I asked you to consider what you'd like to do as a kid and then get very clear on why. I gave you the example of me wanting to be a secretary or an executive assistant because I wanted to be somebody's right-hand person. Later on, that transitioned into me being a teacher and most recently now a life coach, right? So knowing that I was meant to help and serve people live their best life in some way, right? It took many different forms, right? And that was the O of our goals method, which is options and opportunities. Your mission, right, is your greater service to the world. But you got to realize there's many different roles, like I just gave the example, executive assistant, a teacher, a life coach, in which I was fulfilling that mission. So sometimes when we are middle age now, like in our 30s or so, in our 40s, and we've been in these positions for a while, we get very narrowly focused. And even with my younger clients who are in their 20s, just graduating school, they're like, well, I studied this one thing, so I'm only supposed to get a job doing this one thing, right? And options and opportunities in the goals method is all about really expanding what you think is possible and really allowing yourself to consider those different options. So I ask you, like I ask my clients, to think of 30 different career options that would be of interest in which you would be fulfilling that mission, right? And just don't even put like qualifiers on it. Don't, just go ahead and make your list of what those are and allow yourself to dream, like what would it be like if I actually took the chance to explore that opportunity, okay? So once you get clear on your options and opportunities and you do your research, you find out the different things like educational requirements or certifications, you find out about salaries, like you don't want to be picking a career where you're going to be broke, right? You find out and interview people about, what they like in that role, and you decide which one is going to really speak to you the most. Then you move forward with that one, okay? And then we go into the A of goals, okay? The A in goals stands for assess skills, okay? This is when you get to research that job and you see what qualities are these employers all saying that they need this person to have. It depends on that particular industry and field that you decided on. Hi, friends, go ahead and send me an emoji so that I know you guys are here and tuning in. Okay, so go ahead and do that. You're going to pick your 3 to 5 dream companies that have that position available. And then when you're going through their descriptions of the job, what are they all saying? Highlight those key words, and then you need to reflect on yourself. Like, have I fulfilled this, right? Like, can I give them this? Am I this person? Do I need to go back and get additional training or education? Okay. So that was the G, the O, and the A. Then we go into this next piece. Actually, yeah, That's the review. Now I'm going into the new pieces that I didn't teach you guys last time. So go ahead and pay attention. And if you need to go back and go deeper into the G, the O, the A, which is the greater mission, options and opportunities, or assess skills, go ahead and watch the previous videos. But today we're getting into the L, okay? The L in the goals method is leverage experiences and people. So after you've looked into those jobs, right? And you found out what it is that they really want in this next employee that they're going to hire, this is when you reflect on, okay, where have I already done something like this? Maybe it's in a completely different industry, but a lot of the times on those descriptions, there are soft skills, which is multitasking and a good communicator, good verbal skills or written skills, right? Like written communication, things like that. You can find a way in which you have probably done something similar, or can say you've done something where you fulfilled that role in a previous position of yours. This is kind of when you're like looking at the job description here and you're looking at your resume here. And you're kind of saying, where can I say that I have experience doing this, what they want, here in your current resume? You're looking at the previous jobs that you've had and tweaking the verbiage so that it aligns, right? You're not making anything up. You're not saying you have a certification that you don't have. That is not what I'm saying. You are looking for ways in which you can highlight the skills that they're looking for in your current resume. And if you want more help with that, I help my clients. I hold their hands. I give them a template. I help show them exactly what that looks like. And we actually video call and go through that process together. So I am happy to help you if you need more assistance other than this video. But basically, yeah. So that's what we do. We do a deep dive on looking at the job descriptions, going into their resume, making tweaks. After that, you also have to revamp your LinkedIn, right? So your LinkedIn needs to scream to the person, hey, I am so into what you're saying. I am the right person. Come find me, right? We make it so that employers are looking for them. Recruiters are contacting them rather than them having to always go out and look for things, right? Because their LinkedIn reflects that they have these skills, they're going and they're into whatever it is that they're looking for the job in. So for example, you want to use LinkedIn now has these visual pieces where you can add videos, you can link to YouTube videos, you can add pictures of certifications and degrees, pictures of you doing something in the field that relates to the job that you're looking for. All of this is building your collateral, right? Showing them even before you set your foot in the door, like, hey, I'm the person you're looking for, okay? So want to make sure that you have that. Hi, Stephen. Thanks for joining. Okay. So we went over having your greater mission. You need to know that. We went over getting clear on the options. Expand your thinking. You are not limited to that industry that you've always been in. There's so much more available to you, okay? Assess your skills. What is it that they're looking for? Are you a match? If you're not, you need to make sure that on paper you revamp it. And if you need to go back and get some type of certification, always ask, what's the fastest way that I can do this? What's the fastest way I can learn that skill that I need, that they're looking for? Hi, Eileen. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Ariel. Okay, so making sure you have that. Here's the other thing. When we're talking about the L, leverage experiences and people. People, guys. Like, you need to really be on LinkedIn connecting with people. Right? It's a social media platform. I know it feels a little stuffy and weird, but go and connect with people who are in these industries. Start talking to them. See what they like about the job. See if they know anybody that can get you in the door. Start talking to your own network, letting them know that this is the kind of position that you're looking for. You'd be surprised. Just put a post out there on Facebook. You never know who knows somebody that can connect you, right? I just was at the beach house. You guys saw pictures of when I met up with my friend at the beach house, and my friend's mom mentioned someone who is in this very niche industry, right? And I was like, oh, I know someone who's trying to do the same thing. Let me connect them, right? The more you start talking about it, the more people think, who do I know that I can connect them with? Go ahead and use this group. This group is a resource. You'd be surprised how many amazing goal getters are really out there killing it in these amazing industries that you're like, oh, I had no idea I had access to these people. You do, right? If you say something here, then I know somebody else that's doing something and I can connect you to. So make sure you're telling people. You want to be telling everyone that this is what you're doing. This is the direction that you're moving in. This is the kind of job that you're looking for, okay? You want to put it out there. Put it in the universe. Okay, here is the last step of the goals method. And this one, guys, is the most important thing, and it is the number one thing that people forget. People never think to do this because it seems so airy-fairy maybe, but it's the key to getting better results. Last month, I had a very rough month as far as not hitting the goal that I wanted, as far as just being in a funk and really being down and giving up on what I wanted to create. I wanted to sign a certain number of clients. I did not even get close to that, right? This month, I did a lot less work. I felt a whole lot better, and I'm having stellar results. I'm having an amazing month, right? Because of this one thing. And the S in goals is step into the mindset, okay? You need to really change the way that you're thinking. Hi, Deanna. You need to really think about who is that person that has the result that you want? The person that has the job that you want, the person that has the salary that you want, the person that has the time freedom that you think you want. How do they process decisions? How are they thinking? How are they using their time? Okay, because you need to step into being that type of person, okay? The person that you are right now is the person that worked in the industry that you were in. And when you're trying to transition, you need to think like that person. And I know it's super hard because you're like, well, I'm going to think like that person once I have the result. But the trick is to think like that person before you have the result, because that's what gets you the result even faster. Notice how different you would approach an interview if you honestly believe that you were their dream person versus if you were unsure because you never had experience in that field, right? That energy that you bring to the table is completely different. Versus if I'm doubting my abilities because I'm like, well, I'm not certain. This is brand new. This is something different. I've never done this before. Versus, yes, I know I can do this because I'm so interested in it. I watch videos of this on my free time. I've done X, Y, and Z. I've built up this skill in this previous position, even though it was slightly different. I've worked with these kind of people, right? It would be totally different. Your energy would be different. The way that you show up and the way that they receive you would be different. So here's the questions that I want you to be thinking about when you go into this stepping into the mindset, which I promise you is the biggest thing, okay? Who do you believe you'll be once you are working in your purpose? Once you land this position, who are you going to believe you'll be? What will you think about yourself? What will you say to yourself in that moment once you already have the result? I want you to take yourself to the future when you're there. What does he or she do or have more of than what you currently have? How does this person interact with others, right? That's that energy. How are you showing up? What are you going to do to be more of your future self now, right? How can you step into being that person now in this moment? I know last month I was in a funk. I did not want to do anything. I just felt like everything was super hard and things weren't working. But I knew the person that had the result was a lot lighter. She did things with ease. It wasn't a struggle. People just found me, right? And they wanted to come and work with me. And it wasn't me having to put out a bunch of stuff. Like I put out very little, right? But people are coming because other people are referring them to me. Because a company is like, you're the perfect person to help them. Here, they send me people, right? Not anything that I'm doing, but just who I am being and what I'm believing about myself in that moment. So I want you to start being that person now. Start telling everyone about the career you're looking for and the changes that you're making so that they can feel like confident in connecting you with other people that can help you get there faster. Okay? Do not wait until you have the positions to start thinking like that person. You have to do it now. That is going to make all the difference in this process. So just to recap, the goals method is 1, you got to find that greater mission. 2, you got to expand what you think about your options and opportunities. They're out there. There's a job that's just right for you. There's a position that really speaks to you and allows you to do more of the things that you love. assess the skills that the employer wants, and then leverage your resume and LinkedIn to be a reflection of that, right? That's leveraging your experiences and leveraging your connections, the people that you know. That is going to be the key for you getting in way faster, even when you don't meet all of their check boxes of what they say they need in that person. If somebody else vouches for you and they know your work ethic, you're in, right? And number one, the S, is step into the mindset. Start being that person now. So I do have this as a freebie so that you can go through every question that I have here, the entire process, as well as craft your own life's mission statement so that you know whatever position you can go back and be like, does this align to my greater mission? Does this allow me to be more of the person that I said I wanted to be? Because that should be the standard. A few years ago when I was consulting, right, I had my educational consulting business, and I was struggling. And then a friend came to me and she was like, hey, look, I know you'd be perfect for this position. They're hiring. You would be doing X, Y, and Z. They're paying this much. It was a huge increase from what I was making before. It was like a $30,000 increase, right? And I said no. And they were like, what do you mean no? You're struggling. What do you mean no, you don't want that position? No, it doesn't align with what I value, right? It doesn't align with that time freedom that I know I want and how I want to best serve people. That doesn't align with it. I know I'll do it and be upset and kick my feet and want to quit every day. And I will do it because I signed up for it. So I will stick it out for a year, but then I'll leave. And that's not how I want to make my decisions anymore. I truly go towards what is lighting me up, what's making me feel fulfilled, and what aligns to my greater purpose. That's my process. And I want you to embody this for yourself and experience how good it feels to show up in your purpose. Like, I love it. Even though I had a really fucked up month last month and I was in my feelings, I could still show up for my clients every single time, like that they were scheduled, like every day, and serve them because I love what I do. Even when I'm not having a good day, I can show up for my clients and serve them because I love that, right? And I want you to feel that about what you're doing. So if you want some help in this process, do reach out to me. Send me a private message. We will connect. I will spend an hour on the phone talking to you, really going through what it is you want in your next career phase, and then give you exactly what it is that's holding you back so you know, so that it's not a question anymore, and you can make a decision about whether you want to work on fixing it or whether you want to do it on your own. That's okay, right? But at least you'll know what it is so that you're no longer wondering, right? I just had a consult with a goal-getter, and I love the fact that she said, she was like, oh my God, this is what I should have been doing. Why was I spending money on therapy? This is what I need, right? And I want you to have that feeling when you walk away. Whether or not you choose to work with me, I want you to know that I'm here to support you and that value is available for you too, right? And then you can do what you want with it. If you're not ready to do that, that's okay. I still have the freebie for you, and I want you to download it. I want you to go through that process. I want you to gain some clarity on what you want to be doing, where you want to move to, what your next steps are. I just want everybody winning because I just truly believe in you making that possible for you. And I want to be an example of that. That's why I show up here and encourage you. That's why I create these resources for you. This is why I created that 30-day Spring Forward challenge within the units with all those videos for you. I want to see you winning because I know once you start winning, your circle is impacted. The people that see you want more of that. They start doing better, and then they go out in their circles and their circle starts doing better, right? Because once I'm elevated, I elevate the people around me, and you're going to be doing the same thing. And that's truly what I want for all of you, my friends. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you go ahead and put them in the chat. I go back and respond to each and every single one of them. If you want to talk to me privately, you have full access to me. Send me a private message. We will hop on the phone and we'll get you some help. We'll get you in that position that really speaks to you and aligns with your greater mission so that you're living life on purpose rather than on default. Okay? There is so much more available to you, and I want you to experience it. All right, friends, I will try to post when I'm going live so that you don't miss it, but just make sure you have notifications turned on for this group so that whenever I'm on, you can connect with me. But even if you don't see me on here, you can send me a private message. I do respond. Okay, friends, have a wonderful evening. Take care. Love y'all. Bye.